Hey fam, I'm Victory. Welcome to the Victory Lifestyle. And um I'm actually sharing the moments of peace, purpose, and growth. And I'm also here to help you create a lifestyle that truly feels like victory. So when I did my first live stream, I was speaking about breaking cycles, and I want us to understand that breaking cycles is basically refusing to continue habits and mindsets or situations that don't serve us anymore. And what is breaking cycles? It's basically breaking the patterns and the behaviors we were used to, maybe in certain families, certain communities, or maybe certain in part of our lifestyle, our own lifestyle. So, but one thing that stands in the way of breaking cycles is usually fear. And that's what you're going to talk about today, breaking free from fear. But first up, let's understand what it means by fear. Like let us define what fear is. Fear is basically a strong emotion that it's a strong emotion caused by the belief that something is dangerous, something is bad, or something painful might happen. And at times, you need to understand that sometimes fear saves us, it protects us, but mostly it limits us and also it keeps us stuck in in some cycles. Yes. So with me here, I have some points I wrote down that I want us to discuss about the steps of breaking free from fear. Yeah. And the number one step I wrote was recognize your fear. And by recognizing your fear, I actually mean that you can't overcome what you don't admit, and you can't conquer what you don't recognize. I hope, and I'll explain it this way. Many people live under the fear without realizing it's controlling their choices. They call it, some people actually sugarcoat it by saying they're playing safe. Uh, by saying that they're playing safe, I think they're trying to downplay on some things they've done. And at times, some people will always excuse themselves for not doing something in the name of they're waiting for the right time. I need you to understand that there is no right time. Yeah. And at times, some people will feel like they're not ready to do a specific thing they were supposed to do. Yeah, and all this, I'll shorten it by saying that is hesitation. And the hesitation basically is fear. You bring it out of the dark into awareness when it loses its secret power. And it's not a good thing. So, number two, I want us to understand that the second step of breaking free from fear is identify the roots of the fear. Uh, Actually, you need to understand that that recognition brings clarity, and when you identify the type of fear, you understand why it's there. And sometimes, this fear might be as a result of fear of failure. Like mostly, it's rooted in self doubt. Like you feel like you people see the capability in you, but you don't have that capacity to believe in yourself. Like you feel like, no, I can't do this. That is self-doubt. And at times this fear is brought out by the fear of judgment. Like you fear the it's mostly rooted in insecurity and past criticism. You know, when you've grown up, when you're being criticized for doing some things, you now grow up with that fear of doing something. And at times you'll always expect an outcome of the society, of how people take how people have received the kind of an activity you've done. So that is basically insecurity. Like you keep on questioning, how will people feel about this specific thing that I've done? And lastly, it's brought by the fear of change. When you say the fear of change, mostly it's rooted on comfort and control. And I'll give I think an example. You know, at times you do something and then you don't feel like you want to go to the next, you don't want to level up by going to the next step. You just feel like I'm okay being here. So that is actually rooted on the comfort and control. And once you name it, you can address it specifically instead of fighting a shadow. So number three, I want you to understand that what do I mean? Like I want you to understand that the next step of breaking free from fear is replacing fear with the truth. Uh, Here you need to understand that number one, recognition exposes the lie. Fear often hides behind lies like I'm not good enough. What if I fail? Will people laugh at me? Those questions, the what ifs, you feel like, as I've told you before, the fear of the fear from actually the one rooted on the issues of insecurities and past criticism. So you'll find that once you recognize it, you can see it's not truth. It's a distortion of how you see yourself or your future. So another thing you need to understand that truth brings freedom. When you identify the fear's lie, you replace it with the truth. And remember that the truth sometimes sets you free emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. And examples of these lies basically is I can't do it. I can't do it. Remember, you can do. I remember this. Always remember this word from the Bible. I think it's in the book of Isaiah. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Remember, I've told you when it comes to fear, always replace it with speaking affirmations and also use scriptures. Remind yourself that at times you can do it when it's overwhelming. And also, when you feel like you're not enough, remember in the book of Psalms, as David told us that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And lastly, will people judge me? Just know that their opinions don't define, don't actually define your purpose. And at times, you also need to understand that truth changes your focus. So when your fear focuses on what could go wrong, truth actually tells you that it's already within you. Like you have the strength, the potential, the victory, and also the faith. So when you hold on to truth, you begin to act in faith and not fear. So once you recognize that you don't fear, don't stop there. Replace it with truth. Every fear carries a lie, and every lie can be replaced with light. The moment you choose the truth, you weaken fear's voice. I hope this is a little bit well explained. Uh, so I can also speak about, how do I say? I can speak about take small, bold steps. That is number four. The fourth point, the fourth step of breaking free from fear is basically take small, bold steps. And number one, start little. Consistency. Always remember that consistency builds courage. And I'll just give an example of my very own self. When I was starting my YouTube channel, I feared. I didn't even know that I'll ever get a subscriber. And right now, I'm here with 176 subscribers, and I know by the end of this video I'm going to get even more subscribers. So I think that is the small steps that I've started, and I feel like every day I keep on uploading my content here, the more I get courage, the more my courage gets built up. And also I also want to let you understand that I have friends. I think they're well known. I have Brian Nyambego, he's my friend. He is a personal branding strategist, and also I have a friend by the name Benihino Lubengo. I always like go to their comment section, and I see their comment section basically in their comment section, people talking about how they have social anxiety and how they can't speak publicly. My friends are public speakers. Yeah. So if you feel like you have an issue of being a public speaker and you're so eloquent to speak, you can start small. You can start by engaging your friends, and then you can again now advance to small groups. You can now start speaking in small groups. And also remember, when you're going out there to socialize, or maybe you're going out there for an event, a networking event, please don't isolate yourself. Don't feel like you're not enough. Go in there, speak to at least one or two people, interact with one, two, three people there. That's how you build the confidence, and that's how you beat social anxiety. Yes. And number 5, I was speaking about surround yourself with courage builders. Mostly we are so used to these people who actually will discourage us, they'll mock us. So if you feel like your circle has got those people who mock you, who actually discourage you, please cut them off, and stay with the people who push you forward. You can be seated somewhere and then somebody sees the potential in you. Like, I remember I have friends of mine who have seen the power of my voice. I didn't know, like, I have a good voice. Okay, I didn't know I'm a voice to someone, because people will tell me that they find solutions when they talk to me. Some people will say, like, they find healing when they talk to me, and most of them will tell me, please start a platform start a platform in which you're going to help somebody heal, or maybe overcome some things that they're facing. And that's how I got a courage to start my own organization by the name the Young Leaders Africa. You can check us out on our Instagram page called the Young Leaders Africa. It has an abbreviation TYLA. And also we have a Facebook page called TYLA. I started it because I wanted to help somebody heal from their own traumas. I'm a very good mental health advocate, yeah? So I wanted somebody to heal from their childhood traumas, and they gave me the courage to do this. I didn't have the power to do it, I didn't have the capacity, but they actually built my confidence. And also, my mom and also my close friends also in they actually also again told me, since you've done this, you can start a YouTube channel in which you can also, like, tell us more about different topics. And here I am, I've just started small. So if you feel like if you feel like your circle is full of the people who discourage you and mock you, please do away with them, cut them off. Yes. And lastly, the last step towards breaking free from fear is choose faith over fear. When you choose faith over fear, we actually talk about fear and faith can't occupy the same space. They will never occupy the same space. You cannot have fear at the same time have faith. And also remember that trust God's presence and promises when stepping out. And I think I'm going to refer this with some Bible verses. This is for my Christian audience. In the book of Isaiah chapter 41 verses 10, it says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will help you with my righteous hand." And also in the book of 2 Timothy chapter 1 verses 7, it says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind." So you can use these two scriptures to understand that fear should not hinder you from breaking. You should actually fear should not hinder you from breaking cycles. And remember, when I was talking about breaking cycles, I said that fear is actually something we always our brains are programmed in a certain way. When you program your brain to understand that fear is there, you'll keep on fearing. So it's something that let fear not limit you from achieving your main goal. And as we continue this journey of breaking cycles, I would like to challenge you that to challenge you, write down the fear that is holding you, and also uh, take one step at a time, as I've told you, for you to be able to overcome the fear. And however small it is, remember you are going to achieve something at the end. And since this is a series, our next conversation is going to be breaking the cycles of overthinking. Yes, breaking the cycles of breaking the cycles of overthinking is also another factor that hinders us from breaking cycles. So we're going to be discussing it in our next video. And this video may be the actually breaking the cycles of overthinking is going to either be on a live stream or an uploaded video. So I'll think about it and let you know in advance before we tackle it. So thank you so much for watching my video, watching it till the end. I really appreciate you. I'm so humbled. May God bless you all. See you next time. Ciao. Bye.